Today we're going to be talking about supply and demand. So first, I think we need to define these two words. So supply is basically the amount of a good or service. Available to consumers at a certain price. Available to consumers. And demand is the consumer's ability or willingness to purchase the good or service Today we're going to discuss what exactly impacts supply or demand, and this would be known as a determinant. Okay, so something that can impact supply or demand. We'll go ahead and list these off. So a determinant for supply would be things such as production costs, or technology. And then determinants for demand will be things like income or accessibility. Okay, so let's go over here and talk about production cost first. Let's just think of it this way. If you sell lemonade and it takes you 50 cents to make a single cup of lemonade and you're making 4 of them, that means you have $2, right? And for some reason you buy lemonade mix and it now costs more, and you can now calculate 75 cents per cup, you're still making 4. That means it's taking $3 to make the same amount of lemonade that you did before. So obviously this is going to impact because 2 and 3 are not equal. And the higher your production cost, the less you're able to produce. Okay, so now let's talk about technology. Let's just say we have, a single man who works in a shop by himself making cars. Obviously it's going to take him a long time, but if we introduce robots in an assembly line, it goes from one man to essentially one man doing the work of, say, 3 men, because now the robots can help him and they can produce the same thing, and we're only using the energy from this one man to produce what 3 men could produce with the introduction of technology. Determinants of demand, let's say income. This one's kind of a given, because if we have higher income, that means we have an increase in demand, because the more money you have, the more you're able to purchase, whether that be food or cars, computers, paper, whatever. The more income you have, the more you can buy. And now accessibility also works in the same fashion. So we increased access, we have a higher demand, because people will have to travel less or do less to get what they need, and they'll just be able to buy things easier, which is a draw for people. So the demand will go up accordingly. What exactly is the goal of supply and demand? And now this kind of seems dumb because supply and demand are inanimate objects, but supply and demand try to reach equilibrium. Okay, and now this is when supply equals demand. Okay, so let's just think of it this way. Blue for supply, red for demand. If we have 400 cards, let's just say playing cards, and the people demand 400 cards, we are equal. And this is what we would refer to as equilibrium, because this here equals this here. We haven't wasted any money in production costs, and the demand is met. Okay, so now if we go to 350 cards and we demand 400 cards, we now have what is called a shortage. And obviously this is not good, because now this demand here is higher than the supply. So now we're going to have to go back, produce more, and slowly, gradually try to reach equilibrium. Now let's just say we have 400 cards in supply, 350 cards are demanded. Okay, now we're working in the opposite, and we have what is called a surplus, or when we have more supply. Okay, so this number here is higher than this number here. Okay, and this is called a surplus because we have more of the supply of the certain product, more cards in this case. So when this happens, we have to pay more money to store extra goods. So the goal of supply and demand is to be at equilibrium, which is basically maximum economic efficiency. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video today. Hopefully that was enough information for you. I apologize for it being brief, but if you have any questions, please comment down below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys. Goodbye.